We're here at the Charles Ommanney show, one of the 4 photographers featured in the Getty Images exhibition, The Consequence of Consequence. I think what this exhibition is interesting as a sort of combining factor in the overall exhibition is that all these stories, they are interlinked with each other. So basically you have the presidential campaign in the US covered by Charles Ommanney that you see behind me, and it's the Republican election campaign in South Carolina. So you see Senatorum, you see Mitt Romney, who's probably gonna be the Republican candidate. And I think it's an interesting sort of connecting series between world events that are covered by other photographers and, for instance, also one of the other exhibitions that we will see later on, Jazzland, that is a domestic issue in the US. And all these series are sort of interlinked. New president will have a very important factor in all of the other geopolitical stories. We're here at another exhibition of the Getty Images show, The Consequence of Consequence. This is a series combination of the ILybia and iAfganisatan series by Jamin Lowy. He's also one of our reportage photographers. I think the most prominent thing about this exhibition is that it is all shot with an iPhone. And it's actually quite interesting aspect of how he approached these stories, because obviously the internet and you know, iPhones and social media played such an important role in the Arab Spring, and therefore I think it's quite a relevant approach to covering the Arab Spring, so to say. This is the last story in our exhibition, the Getty exhibition. This is a story by Jason Andrew called Jazzland. Basically, this is an old event park, as you can see, that was devastated by the Hurricane Katrina a few years ago in New Orleans. And Jason was one of these people that was watching all the events there taking place and felt like going into this area after the hurricane and the dust had settled, basically. And you can see what it has done as a sort of to the urban fabric in a city like New Orleans. So everything is deserted, etc., etc. I think it's very beautifully shot. It's very, you know, the colors are very faint, etc. And it gives you a very good impression of what has happened and the influence of such a devastating event.